Welcome back to page 121. Today we're going to take a look at the Journal of the Traveler's Aid Society, number 5. And you're saying, wait a minute, why are you starting with number 5? Because that was the first, this is the oldest one I have. I don't have 1 through 4 in actual physical copy. I have them in PDF, but I thought I'd just go ahead and start with issue 5. I want to see what kind of interest there is in paging through these old Journal of the Traveler's Aid Societies. I pulled some out the other day to do a little research on something, and I thought, hey, I've never gone through an actual JTAS from way back when. Let's do it. So for $2, in 1980, I was making about just call it about $3 an hour. So this represented 40 minutes worth of work to put my hands on this before taxes. So this is about an hour's worth of work to buy this $2 book. I actually acquired this in about 82. I didn't start playing Traveler until March of 81. So we get a look at Imperium, and we get a look inside, and we get an ad for Traveler. How appropriate. From Game Designers Workshop in Normal, Illinois. And what's available at the time: Mercenary Book 4, Cannoneer, Shadows, Anaknova, Double Adventure, 1001 Characters, Animal Encounters, Spinward Marches, Citizens, Mayday Game, and Snapshot Game. And this particular issue came out in 1980. I'm blown away that this is from 1980. And then we got a nice table of contents. And our editor is Lauren K. Wiseman. From the management, we get an editorial from Lauren K. Wiseman. And Traveler is available overseas through Game Designers Workshop GDW distributors in the UK and Australia. Again, I'm always blown away how early and how long Traveler was spread around the world. It was spread around the world into the 90s. We get Just Detected. These are new things that are being offered that might be of interest to readers of the magazine. So we've got games, books, Play Aid, Scouts and Assassins. That's a really good one. The Space Gamer magazine. Signal I'm not familiar with. And Ares magazine. Okay, I didn't realize Ares went all the way back to 1980. Traveler News Service. Yes, I love TNS. I've always loved it. I've said many times in a page through challenge magazine that these were the way we kept our fingers on the pulse of what was going on with the rebellion, but this also gave us information just in Traveler, and this is through 1106. The Golden Age, so-called. The LSP Modular Cutter. In the course of the Third Frontier War, the Imperial Armed Forces developed a requirement for improvements in the standard assault boat. And here we go. Here she is, the LSP Modular Cutter. I like a good modular cutter. Different modules for it. I'm not going to do a comparison between what's in this now and what's in the new JTAS. I suppose I could take a look at that down the line. I know that part of the Kickstarter for the current JTAS issues 13 through 18 includes basically an index. So maybe once I get my hands on that, I'll take a look at it. And then we have Traveler, the Final Frontier. The release of Traveler 3 years ago marked the beginning of a brand new concept in role-playing games. Ha! That's excellent. Little self-promotion. And it's continued on page 28. Okay. We have an Amber Zone, Food Runner on Raup and Regina. And we have an ad for the Complete Strategist. Fantasy Game Center, Wargame Headquarters for Greater New York, New York City and New York. Wow. I like good Amber Zone. Those can be a lot of fun. There's so much you can do with an Amber Zone. Sample Robots. This was something, I bought this, as I said, in 81 or 82, but I still didn't have a ton on robots to deal with. I remember reading this article and being pretty excited about it. It's by Lauren K. Wiseman. Imperium Ground Combat Module. This variant is an alternate method of resolving surface combat for Imperium. So if you're playing the game Imperium, here's how you can fight surface combats. I love that about Game Designers Workshop. They would come out with the various games that were offshoots of Traveler, and then they would support it within the magazine. Okay, and some more world maps, system maps, sorry. And Terran units. This is neat. Special psionic powers. So you want those newer psionic powers that you couldn't find anywhere else? You've got them here. Psiopyretics. Spontaneous generation of heat. Pyrokinetics, we would call it now. Jaunting. The ability to teleport interstellar distances under limited conditions. Wow. That's how the Zodani originally explored space. Allegedly. Continuing on. Finishing out our article. We have our article from earlier in the book. And then this finishes on page 33. Then we have an ad for Galactic Encounters, published by Federal Data Bureau of the Galactic Information Service. Lavishly illustrated with full-color artwork, very rare in the early 80s, late 70s, early 80s. We have a guide for aliens, the Fantastic Planet. These are kind of neat looking. Out of Washington Boulevard, Chicago, Illinois. I am not familiar with these. Huh. And then we're continuing on. We've got lifeboats. And the Rescue Ball. Another ad for the Complete Strategist out of Montclair, New Jersey. These are a series of game hobby stores. As far as I know, they are. Some of them are still in operation. The werewolf disease on the planet Taldor. Another Amber Zone. Amber Zones are wonderful. I've always found horror a little tough to introduce into Traveler. I've done it a time or two. Something more along the lines of Alien does better than just doing like Cthulhu or anything like that. I don't allow magic in my Traveler game. Maybe that's a limitation I should take a look at, but I don't. And be neat to have somebody with a werewolf disease, lycanthropy. Nice Amber Zone. Finishing out the article by J. Andrew Keith from earlier in the magazine, and then another ad for Complete Strategist. This in Florida, out of Davie, Florida. Then we take a look at speculation without a starship. Engaging in speculative trade by buying cargoes at low prices, you could stay on the same planet, stay in the same office, and make some serious money. And a lot of NPCs, that's who you deal with when you're buying stuff up for your ship to take from A to B to make money. Completing out the article by Lauren K. Wiseman. GDW Flash Game Designers Workshop received the following awards at Origins 80s. Oh, that's cool. Game Designers Guild Select Awards, Double Star, Blood Tree Rebellion, White Death, Road to the Rhine. H.G. Wells Award for Best Magazine covering role-playing for JTAZ. That's pretty cool. Best Miniatures for Battle System, or for System 7 Napoleonics. Best Miniature Rules, Fire and Steel Rules for use with System 7. Best Adventure of the Canooner. That's neat. You go, GW. You guys have a bright future ahead of you. Gen Con ad at the University of Wisconsin, Parkside, Kenosha, August 21st to the 24th, 1980. I went to my first Gen Con and just crossed the 40th anniversary of that in 1984. I went to the August 1984 Gen Con, and I remember having a really good time with it, and we were still at the University of Wisconsin the first time I went. So we have an ad for Judges Guild out of Decatur, Illinois. I love Judges Guild. I realize that they're dated by today's standards, but I love Judges Guild. And these were available on the stands for years and years once I started playing Travelers. So I was able to gobble up a bunch of these. So we've got the Starships and Spacecraft, Traveler Referee Screen, and the Logbook, Traveler Logbook. And then we have an ad for Scouts and Assassins by Paranoia Press out of Fort Wayne, Indiana. I only have this on PDF. The only one of these I have is... I can't think of it off the top of my head. I only have one of these, though. Different Worlds magazine of game role-playing at last out of Albany, California. I have one or two issues of that floating around here. We've got a preview for next issue. Fleshing out the Belt, a Belter variant. The Scout Service, a closer look at Scouts. I remember liking that article a lot. Now we're monthly. Climb aboard the Space Gamer for a mission that covers all the publishers, all the games. Well, that's kind of cool. Out of Austin, Texas. And here's my buddy Wally. Wally, what are you doing? Come here. He's peep into the camera, dude. There's Wally. Hey, buddy. Wally likes to hop up and help me with my videos now and again. And I'm almost done. Hello, Earthlings, out of Martian Metals, Cedar Park, Texas. Love good miniature for any kind of role-playing. Martian Metals, I have a few of these lying around. I don't have the 15 millimeter. Maybe I do have some 15 mils. But they were for Traveler. So with Wally's help, I was able to complete this particular look at the Journal of Traveler's Aid Society number 5. I'm going to get a shot of Wally before we go. Hey, buddy. Wally. There he is. I've had a lot of people, believe it or not, ask me to do videos. Sorry, Wally knocked my microphone down. I've had a lot of people, believe it or not, ask me to do videos featuring our cats. My wife thinks that's a great idea. I haven't figured out how I would do it. But I do like when they jump up and help me finish a video. Hope nobody minds, but we had a little special guest today from Wally. He's the one shaking the table, and he just jumped down. And there you have it. That's a look at the first issue of Journal of the Traveler's Aid Society that I own in physical form. I bought this one in the early 80s, so I've had it for 40 years. And I hope you liked it. Let me know in your feedback if you want me to continue taking a look at the old JTAS. It went to issue 24. These are available through Far Future Enterprise. You can get them as part of a CD or thumb drive package. You can get them as a bundle on drive-thru for, I think, about $20 for all 24 issues. They're very fun. I love just the nostalgia going back, thinking back where I was, what I was doing, where I was working, who I was hanging out with. It's just a lot of fun to go back in time. But that's all I have today on page 121. I want to thank you for your time. Thanks for watching. Please tell your friends. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. Take a look at the Patreon. Help me out there. And I'll see you next time on page 121.